all the way from Denmark to Kenya.
Yeah.
Why not any other country? You just chose Kenya.
It must be the weather, The weather is really nice and there's altitude here, so you can run fast.
Any athletes that motivated you maybe to come to Kenya?
I think what Ferdinand Omanyala has done in 100 meters, really inspiring. The methodology of sprinting is different here than Denmark. In Denmark, we work over longer distances during the winter, but here there's like more intensity and you work on the shorter distances.
KASPER is starting to become a little bit of a force locally.
We all like Mirembos,
Mirembo. It is Warembo. Who told you it is
Warembo.
Warembo?
Warembo.
Yes,
Okay,
Warembo.
so I'm learning something today.
Beautiful girls.
Who has been the most difficult? They can be a promising athlete, they can be talented, but who's been the most difficult athlete to train? Because just because someone has talent doesn't mean they're easy to train.
Yep.
That must be you.
Is it
You're the,
really?
you're the most difficult person to coach, especially the last 2 years, because he has been on and off. I believe that we are talented enough. So what separates us is the mentality. You have to believe that you can do it, work hard, and get the right people around you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Sports Eye Track and Field. And today we are here at the Kasarani National Stadium, where an athlete traveled all the way from Denmark just to train here in Kenya. But the question is, why exactly Kenya? Does he really think he's gonna make it? And how does he find the state of our national stadium? My name is Rix. Welcome. Please subscribe. Right about now, let's dive into the interview.
Hi.
How are you, Kasper?
I'm all good. How are you?
I'm
Rix?
good. Rick, so amazing. Welcome inside Sports Eye Track and Field. How have you been?
I've been good. We've been training well here at Kasarani. One of the most competent coaches I think I've ever met. Peter Don Gatana.
How did you meet Peter, your coach, that is?
I met him through Tasana Kamanga, who also trains here, who participates from Denmark as well. Yeah.
Wow, amazing. We can just walk. Anderson, all the way from Denmark to Kenya.
Yeah.
Why not any other country? You just chose Kenya.
It must be the weather, The weather is really nice and there's altitude here, so you can run fast. And it's an Olympic year, so you need to put in the work and the dedication in order to qualify.
Any athletes that motivated you maybe to come to Kenya?
I think what Ferdinand Omanyala has done in 100 meters, really inspiring.
Wow, amazing. Now you specialize in 200 meters, 100 meters, I understand.
Yes.
But why exactly the 100 meters and 200 meters? I believe there is 400, there is 800, but why exactly
The
these
steeplechase.
There is steeplechase, but why exactly these two?
The 100 meters just like a mythic event. It must be the crown jewel of track and field. That's why I specialize in 100 meters.
Wow, amazing. So far so good. How has been the training here in Kenya?
It's been good. It's a nice group training with them. You're getting some intensity in, and hopefully it can increase my level of performance.
Now I understand you've participated in some meets. Weekend meets.
Yes.
You also participated in the trials that was just completed recently at the Nyayo National Stadium. Now let's first talk about the recent event. How was it? The 100 meters semifinals. Just talk about that. How is it? Because I saw your reaction when you finished the race. It wasn't really good.
No.
What was going through your mind at that time?
Yeah, but I stumbled in the start, so then I was just like really devastated after the race. Wanted to perform better, but maybe next time.
Why exactly do you think you stumbled? Pressure?
It must have been the pressure, from the crowd, from the other fierce competitors. Yeah, but it was really nice to participate in Nyayo. Yeah.
Wow, amazing. Now, other than Omanyala, we have seen that Kenya right now has a crop of sprinters that is going. What can you say about this current crop of sprinters in Kenya right now?
I think they have really, really promising potential. Like Denmark tries to qualify for the Olympics also in the 4x100 meters. But I think Kenya really got a good chance as well with Ferdinand and Marco Tieno and the other guys who also run really fast in the trials.
Now, training with Coach Peter, do you feel you've had some improvements since you came here until to date?
Yeah, I think so. Like Don Gatana, he's really full of the right cues. for you to execute the race right. And I think he is really knowledgeable also about the whole preparation phase and the periodization of training, which is so important in sprinting.
Wow, amazing. Now, just another question is, now when you located to Kenya,
Yes.
relocated, you
Yeah.
came to Kenya, that
Yeah.
is, did you just come specifically to sprint, to train for athletics, or you had some other businesses?
Yeah, we also have other business endeavors. Right now we are building some villas out in Amboseli. Yeah, so we have some real estate projects going on as well, me and Tasana.
Oh, wow, amazing, amazing. Why Amboseli? Why Amboseli?
Why Amboseli?
We have,
It will be
have
Amboseli, it will be Masai
Mara, I knew
Yeah, it will
that.
be all the national parks. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So that's like a project we're really working on
Oh.
specifically at the moment. Yeah.
Wow. Now, other than that, let's come back to track and field.
Yes.
What is it that you're really working on right now, Kasper?
I'm really working on the start. You saw me stumbling and having difficult times in the start,
Yeah.
being left behind. Yeah, so those first 30 meters must be like my main focus up until the Olympics. Yeah.
Wow, amazing. Now, let's talk about the standards of our stadiums in Kenya right now. What can you say is the state of our stadiums?
I really like the Nyayo track. It's like a really fast track. I also been racing at Kasarani last year in April, and I like that track as well. But I think right now it's under renovation. But hopefully it will open again soon.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Talk also about the level of coaching we have in Kenya. Do you feel like this level of coaching, it will take our players, our sprinters to the international level?
Hopefully. Maybe if all were to train with Don, you could get some Olympic finalists. But since I don't know the other coaches, I cannot like really say about their competencies. But obviously, with Ferdinand Omanyala and Marco Chieno's kind of level, something has been done right.
Have you had a chance to train with those two?
I have
In the
trained
truck?
with Marco Chieno. Yeah.
What about Omanyala?
No, I haven't seen him around.
You haven't seen him
I think
around.
he's been to Europe, right? Racing indoors.
Would you like to?
Yeah, I would love to. Yeah.
All right. I understand your coach is watching us right now.
Yeah.
What message can you send to your coach?
To my coach. I'm just saying I'm really well in Kenya. Training has been good here. And we have, of course, been communicating throughout the time I've been here. So he's well informed what we are doing and how it's going on. Yeah.
All right. And Kasper, why exactly are you participating in sprints? That is 200 meters, I'll say 100 meters. Like, what is your target? Are you doing this as a profession? Are you doing this for fun? Or because, at the end of the day, I'm going to get paid. Why exactly are you doing this?
Well, athletics is just like a genuine interest for me. I've been always interested in athletics since I was a child. Also football as well.
You've played football?
I played football,
then
yeah.
Why did you switch to athletics?
Yeah, that's a good question. I also like to go back to football. I really like football, but I don't know. I just really like track and field. If you put in the work, you can improve, and that's super nice. And it's also up to you. It's an individual sport, so it's up to you if you improve or not.
Oh, well, talking about switching from football to athletics, how old were you when you did that?
Like 15, 16.
How did your parents take that?
They were okay with that.
Oh.
Yeah, my parents are also involved in athletics back in Denmark, so I think they like the switch as well. Yeah.
Wow. Oh, that's beautiful. That's amazing. All right. Now, I also understand you have your social media pages.
Yeah.
Now, just to people watching you, they like to follow you. They like to see how you're doing.
Yeah.
Kindly just tell us your social media pages.
Yeah, I have an Instagram, of course, Instagram profile where you can most likely see what we are doing in training, and I'm posting all kinds of stuff. Yeah, my name is KASPER Andersson there as well.
Kasper
So-
with a K or with a C?
With a K.
With a K, not
Yeah,
with a
with
C,
a
all
K
right?
and Andersson with the 3 S's on Instagram.
All right.
Yeah.
I know you've been in Kenya for around 4 weeks, let's say.
Yes.
What is it that you've enjoyed the most being here?
It must be the national parks. And also all the good people here, beautiful people.
Beautiful people. I know there is a word you want to say. Just tell us what word is it?
Yeah, but we all like Mirempos,
Mirembo. It is Warembo. Who told you it is
Warembo.
Warembo?
Warembo.
Yes,
Okay, so I'm
Warembo.
learning something today.
Beautiful girls.
Exactly.
So far, so good. How many girls, how many Warembos have you got?
I can state that publicly. It must be a secret.
But you've chippered some already.
You know, we've been to NSK on Thursdays, you know. Things are good there.
But how are Kenyan ladies? Are we good?
Yeah, all good. All good,
Def-
yeah.
define good.
It's better than Denmark.
Define good. Define good.
If I have to define good,
Yes.
no, but it's they're beautiful people here.
All right.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
amazing.
Good
amazing.
people. Mm?
Big shout out to Arembo wa Kenya. Amazing. And if when in Mrembo wa Kenya you're watching this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button because this is your #1 sports channel in and outside 254. Now, Kasper, my last question. What are the differences you've seen or you've learned being here in Kenya
Yeah.
in the sprint world?
Yeah.
What's the difference? Anything that you've learned?
Yeah, definitely a lot that I've learned. The methodology of sprinting is different here than Denmark. In Denmark, we work over longer distances during the winter, but here there's like more intensity, and you work on the shorter distances already from the get-go, from the day one. Yeah,
Wow.
I like that.
All right.
Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Kasper. Thank you for being
Thank you.
inside
Thank you.
the Sports Eye. Right about now, let's welcome the one and only His Excellency. What is the relationship, by the way, between you and His Excellency? Just come, Your Excellency. Come. What is your relationship between you and His Excellency?
It's one of the most interesting people I've ever met, yeah. And also a really good man. I like him a lot. He's a good friend of mine.
Are you good?
I'm very well, thank you. And yourself?
I'm good, but he said you're a good person. So the question is, are you a good person?
Yeah, I'm better than I look. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, as a true man of the people, you know, we like to help and we like to indulge in good deeds. So I would say I'm a good person, yes.
wow, better than he looks. Thank you so much, Kasper. Let's give His Excellency the mic. Thank you, Kasper. His Excellency. Why His Excellency? That is the first question. Why His Excellency?
Why His Excellency? I think it's a name the people gave me over the time, you know, and it was based off always standing up for what I believed was right. You know, we have certain challenges on the continent. And yeah, I've always stood for what I believe is right. And you know, helping the people, you know, have a voice and so on and so forth.
For
I
example,
also do enjoy my politics, so I guess that's where I come from.
example,
For example, challenges in, you know, coming into the stadium and so on. You know, you have almost 50 people waiting outside and yeah, you know, we come up with solutions and so on and so forth, and also, you know, with the races and so on, getting people from Denmark to come and compete here, giving them the opportunities that they might not have in their home countries.
Wow, amazing. His Excellency, for the very first time inside Sports Eye, introduce yourself.
Hi guys, my name is Tazana Kamanga Deobak, Danish sprinter, grown up in Kenya. Yeah, Tokyo 2020, which became 2021 Olympian as well. Yeah.
You know, there is this day I saw you in Kasarani. You were just warming up, and I've never seen you again. Where do you train from, or are you active in sports right now?
I'm active in sports. I've had a little break, but I am indeed active. I train at Kasarani. I train in Zambia. I train at Nyayo. But I'm based in Kenya. Kenya is home for me.
Wow,
So, yeah.
amazing. I just want you to tell us your relationship with Kasper, because today we are talking Kasper. Your relationship with Kasper, how did you guys meet? How is he in Kenya? And how is his sprinting career right now in Kenya?
So KASPER is starting to become a little bit of a force locally. So first of all, KASPER and I are really good friends. We met through track and field. We're now business partners as well. We do some joint ventures together. But yeah, above all, we're really good friends and competitors. After all, right? He loves competing in Kenya. He likes the country, as he probably mentioned to you. So yeah, him coming here and competing is really nice to see. Also to mix up the field locally, now local events as well, bring in some international faces. I think that's a good, and KASPER is a start.
Umetafutia Kasper warembo.
So-
Mirembo. He's calling them Mirembo. Umetafutia Kasper Mirembo. Warembo.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, I don't really know where. It was not me who taught him that, by the way. That must have been our fellow training partners. Yeah.
Is it fitter?
you know,
Is it fitter?
People are making him lose focus, it seems. But no, he seems to handle the pressure quite well. But that's definitely not me. I'm solely I'm very professional in my dialogues with people.
Wow, amazing. Now, Olympiana, right now in Kenya, we can see a lot of, there is a crop of sprinters that is coming up. A lot of young athletes are trying sprinting. What's your take on that?
I think it's fantastic. We've had sprinters in the past, but we've not had anyone quite like Ferdinand Omanyala, African record holder. And it's really evident, well, his impact has been really evident. You saw after he broke the national record, the African record as well, you had almost 100 people, over 100 people on the start list, young people, driven people on the start list in the first meeting after that. So I think it's fantastic. Kenya has as much talent in sprints as it has in long distance. It's just that we think we can only do the long distance. But with Ferdinand and a lot of upcoming sprinters as well, it's really nice to see the driven youth.
Wow. Do you think KASPER can make it here?
I definitely do. He's starting to train with us. He's already seeing the benefits of our programs here. The weather is good, the training is good, and he's already starting to see those benefits. Ran equaled his PB last weekend and so on. So I definitely do think it's only onwards and upwards for KASPER.
What is it that you think he should really work on when it comes to the track?
So I think some of the things they might lack in certain other training groups is the technical training. And our coach Peter Gatana has a really, really keen eye on perfecting the technical movements, the science behind sprinting, and implying that to the athletes. And I think KASPER will be, some of what he lacks is the technical, and Peter has the eye to correct that. And I think that we'll see a massive breakthrough from KASPER once that's used.
What message can you send to KASPER? He's watching you right now. What can you tell him?
Keep working hard, One day you might reach my level, especially if you're a keen listener to what the Don's wise words, Peter Gatana's wise words, you will get there.
Wow, amazing. Thank you so much, His Excellency. So right about now, let's give it up for the one and only Peter Pets in the building. Now, ask Peter one question. I want to give you a chance to ask Peter one question before I release you.
Okay. Who has been the most difficult? They can be a promising athlete, they can be talented, but who's been the most difficult athlete to train? Because just because someone has talent doesn't mean they're easy to train.
Yep.
Who and why would you say they're difficult, and why do you still coach them today, or what's the answer behind that?
That must be you.
Is it
You're
really?
the most difficult person to coach, especially the last 2 years, because he has been on and off. Yeah.
Why are you difficult? Why were you difficult?
I'm not sure. I know where coach is coming from. I have a lot of passion in various different sectors, business endeavors, as a political voice as well. And then of course track and field. So it's trying to balance that is quite tricky, playing at the highest level in both business and or trying to get to the highest level both in business and in sport. That balance sometimes veers one way, and I think that's a challenge the Don faces.
It could be the Warembo part, because I believe he has been the one who has been teaching KASPER these things.
Not at all, not at all, impossible. Those are false allegations.
Anyway, jokes aside, KASPER has been very focused, so we're just joking about the Warembo part, because he wasn't able to get the Mrembo part nicely.
All
so
right.
it has been a team joke.
All right, thank you so much, Your Excellency, His Excellency. Peter,
Yes.
welcome Inside Sports. How are you feeling?
Good. And
Energy,
you? How are you feeling?
I'm good. Energy is
Kamakawa.
amazing.
Yes,
Kamadawa,
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're talking KASPER today.
Yes.
How is KASPER on the track? How is he? Vile ambavyo ulimpata right now, how has he been?
Do I do English or Swahili?
Yote inaweza.
Chepesheng.
Yote
For
inaweza
what?
kumpiga.
What's Chepesheng?
No. For the sake of KASPER, he's
For
gonna
the sake
listen
of
to this
KASPER?
interview.
Okay,
Just
all
say
right.
yes.
So KASPER has been a good boy. He's talented. He's coachable. But so I'm not like a full-time coach. So what I'm doing, so I work with him when he comes to Kenya. So my main objective was try to fix few things in his execution, especially 200 meters. So his start has not been good. His first 3 steps has not been good, and the last part of the race has not been efficient. So basically, we've been trying to fix his running to become more efficient, because he's very strong, but he's not able to transfer the strength into running. So we are trying to do functional things are things that can easily be transferred from, like if you do the things that you do in the gym are supposed to be transferred to the actual running.
Wow.
Because some people are very strong in the gym, like you can lift 200 kgs, but you cannot run faster than 11 seconds. So we're trying to have a balance between the two. So he has been very strong, but he has not been able to transfer that into running.
KASPER has participated in one weekend meet. I understand two. Yes, and also the trials that just happened recently.
Yes.
Any improvement that you've seen?
In the 100 meters, we expect him to run better because he was in a PB shape, but unfortunately he stumbled. I think because we tried.
That was during the trials, right?
During the trials, because I think because we tried to fix some aspect of his start, and then wasn't able to master it. But in the 200 meters, he executed well, and he equaled his PB. So we've been having positive steps in his training.
Wow, amazing. One message to KASPER. What is it that you can tell him?
Awachana na warembo. KASPER, sky is the limit. Nothing stops you from being the top athlete. You can even become better than Tazana. Mr. President, His Excellency.
All right, he's talking of the likes of Omanyala, the likes of Makotieno, and we understand that those are the athletes that wapo wazuri hapa Kenya, amongst the best sprinters we have in Kenya. Do you think KASPER can make it like them?
KASPER has an advantage because one, he comes from Denmark, so he has so many opportunities of having high level competition races there. So I think nothing stops him from getting that. So, but the problem is he has to fix the technical part of it, but the talent is there, and so I think nothing stops him from being like them or better than them.
There's this one thing that KASPER does while training or maybe on the track that you really don't like, but he keeps doing it. He knows it annoys you, but he keeps doing it. What is this thing?
Sometimes KASPER doesn't listen and he wants to do his own things. Yes, but I also understand where he's coming from because I'm not his full-time coach. So there are few things that I do differently from what he does in Europe. So I understand, but yeah, I would like him to be a bit more open-minded.
Yeah. All right. Now you see, an athlete from Denmark is coming to Kenya to train, and you are the coach that he picks. How does that make you feel, Peter?
It makes me feel good because for the last, I think there's a revolution that has been in Kenya in sprints. We started this thing in 2010. So the objective, I remember I created a group. Is it a group or a page in Facebook?
A page.
Yes. So it was called Kenyan Sprinters Project World Class. So the objective was to make our sprinters become world class, and I see that we've been able to achieve that. And the fact that foreigners can come to Kenya and being coached by a Kenyan, an African for that matter, it makes us feel that we're able to do this, and that Kenyans can do this, Kenyan coaches can do this, Kenyan sprinters can do this, so nothing stops us.
Wow.
And then the fact that you're also shifting from long distance to sprints, it makes us feel proud, and we're looking for a very bright future.
Beyond the sky is the limit.
Yes, beyond the sky is the limit.
All right, Peter, we've been here with you every time. I just want you to talk to young sprinters, especially tuliona kwamba ilifika wakati you guys kulikuwa na protest juzi. I just want you to talk to young sprinters who are watching you. Most of the time I get on the comment section, tafikaje Kasarani to train? How am I going to train with you guys? Talk to those young sprinters watching you right now.
As you can see, we are having a positive growth in Kenyan sprints. Omanyala, Makotieno. Actually, used to train Makotieno. I've trained Omanyala also. So I've had a hand in it. So I believe that we are talented enough. So what separates us is the mentality. So do you believe that you can make it? And I think because the first time I saw Omanyala training, I never thought that he can be a 9'7" person. But what separates him from
The rest.
The rest of the Kenyans who are doing 10-4, 10-5 is this
The
mentality.
mentality, yeah.
So you have to believe that you can do it, work hard, and get the right people around you,
Wow.
because the system is very important, and that is what was failing, and that is the reason why people were protesting the other day. Yes.
Wow.
So anything is possible, and sports can pay, and it can take you to the next level.
Yali 5 mwanangu, basi leo ninywe chai.
Utapata.
Amazing.
mtu
Thank you.
wangu.
Yeah, right. Thank you so much, Peter. I
welcome.
really appreciate it. Of course, everything that has a beginning must have an ending. My beautiful name is Rix. Kama kawaida, mimi ni binti mkali wa hizi kazi ni Rix. Kibonge mwepesi, mzizi wa jiwe, mjanja wa kujituma sana, bwebwe wa kutumia, 200,000 nusu saa. Hakikisha kwamba you subscribe, manake this is your #1 sports channel in and outside 254. Today, it's been Sports Eye, Track and Field. Until next time, stay blessed.